you are watching us live on Voice of Digital. As today marks the 23rd of July 2025, the Gambia Against Looted Assets, Gala, is currently staging a protest at Iceman within the Kanifi municipality. As you are watching, protests are currently rallying behind with their placards saying no, no against the corruption, calling on transparency, justice. As we are working, people so that we can give you the insight of our studies. People, power, power, people, power, power, people. Where is the energy? Good morning. It's indeed a pleasure meeting you here, staging a protest stated by the petition that you are about to submit. So can you please tell us your name and then why the protest?
My name is Ismail Fadera, and this protest is, as the name implies, is Gambians against looted assets. To be recalled in May, we were out in the streets to demand for the release of the assets of the Gianni Commission, the assets that were recovered. But then now, when you look at this particular protest, it's all about many issues of corruption that are happening in the country, and they are evident. So that is why we are out in the protest to demand for explanation on those actions.
But we have seen the government has already said, especially for the Select Committee and the National Assembly, in order to look into the disposal of those people responsible.
But it is not only about the Gianni commissioners. It is worrisome for a government to create a commission that was out to investigate the Gianni asset. In return, come back again, create another commission. This time, the National Assembly trying to investigate that very commission. So that's basically the corruption that we are talking about. Recently, we have seen the Russian scandal, and the National Assembly has already done with the investigation. And the report is before the cabinet, or was there anything that was said on that? That is why we are out here to protest.
So you will bring that down. The investigation is it impartial or part?
The investigation in this country is never fair in the sense that people that are affected, you are seeing them driving government vehicles every day. In one way or the other, they are recycled to other positions. Even if they are not recycled to other positions, they are being dumped in the foreign services. Corruption in this country is evident, is rampant, and it is before the eyes of every genuine Gambian we want to talk about.
So we have realized that implementation takes time when you look at the current government. So what's going to be your step if implementation takes time?
Well, implementation never takes time if the government is serious. Take for instance Ghana. We have seen an aeroplane that was suspected to be involved in drug issues. What have we seen? We have seen the president of Ghana taking steps in that very step. For instance, the scandal that happened in their foreign service. They were able to do what is expected of them. The government of the Gambia will always say implementation takes time. The next minute, you will see those affected individuals in other positions. It's like they will do corruption in one institution. They ended up seeing themselves in other institutions. That is why we are out.
But the media are mostly looking that it's overall the original face. After the video, but based on argument, we have been only 2 hours. So what do you think about it?
Even if we are given 5 minutes, it's enough for me. Enough for me in the sense that all the people that you are seeing here are Gambians from different walks of life. It could be recalled last year in July, we were out to protest for the judiciary remuneration bill. That bill don't exist again because the AG has decided to withdraw the bill. That is the significance of protest. Even if you are given 2 minutes, I am sure we will go out there and we will make headlines. That is what is important.
What do you wish to share?
The message I have for Gambians is, if you want to sit in your comfort zone, you want to criticize people that are out in the city protest, the decisions or the headline that they are going to make here today in one way or the other is significantly going to be good for you in the future or in the near future. Or even if it is going to be for generations yet unborn, we benefit from it.
So I have realized that generation just participating, and if you look at the population standard, you see among the big. So what do you have?
That is why I said the message that is going to be made here today is significant, because any government that is approaching election and you are having youths of your country going out to protest, then that government needs to take the youth seriously if they want to take themselves seriously. Because you look at the statistic before our eyes, 60% of the population are young people. If all these young people of the Gambia should register and vote based on reasons that affect them, then I don't see the future of the government.
So what do you wish to do?
My piece of advice that I have for the government is to take corruption is serious. If they don't want to talk about it, we will go out, and I know this is not going to be the last time we go out in the streets to demand for protest.
Thank you so
waaw li ma jàngat bu lay naw ci parce que ñu ci xar kanam ñëpp te ñu ñëpp bokk ñëpp ci am cër réew bi li ñu gën a sonal ñu nekk ci situation bi mooy corruption so ndaw yi bu ñu génnee li ñuy weex bi mbirum dégg la réew bi ëllëg ci loxo ndaw yi la moo nekk waaye li ñuy waxee ñëpp la jëfën corruption ñëpp la jëfën corruption dafa nekk di highest step in this country te ñun dañ gëm ne di 9 point demand si nga xam ne coalition of progressive Gambians moom lañ doon di jooy mooy corruption ak nepotism police brutality ñu ñëw gis ne injustice dafa am ci diggante bi xam nga injustice dafa am ci diggante bi so moom moo tax ma génn si ma xam ne lu ñëpp bokk ñëpp ci am cër te dañ ci war a taxaw bu baax parce que lii di mbirum ndaw lii mbirum réew bi la donte ndaw yi ñoo ko jiite tey waaye loo xeex la boo xam ne ñëpp a ci war a jël du meer du paa du xale du góor jigéen ñëpp a ci war a génn parce que réew bu amulee loi réew boobu noonu jaama du am parce que dangaa gis ne tey fu mu nekk nii réforme si ñu digoon 2016 réforme si amul te réew bu amulee good constitution réew boobu du am jaama corruption ku nekk rampant corruption mooy am ci dëkk bi te corruption boobu noonu am ci biir réew bi moom la ndaw yi génn te ñun ñëpp dañoo war a génn ñaanu ko génn suñ soldat ci biir dem ñun coalition of progressive Gambians ñu ngi taxaw ci gannaaw ndaw yi te ndaw yi li ñoo xeex ëllëg the future of this country ci loxo ndaw yi lañ nekk ëllëg.
waaw li nga gisee ne nguur gi moom moo doon xew ñu li nga xam ne mooy affaire corruption ak yeneen te gis nañ ne beneen government bi li ko si bëri génne ne li wane ne ñooñu noonu ñoo bokk si lépp loolu ban tàngal la.
waaw li ko si génn te implementation amul loolu dafa mel ni rek wax la rek parce que nguur gi yàgg nañoo wax te duñ jëf nguur gi yàgg nañoo wax te duñ jëf réforme si lan moo tax pour ko xam ADS ba ñuy jëlee réew ba léegi yan moo tax réforme si ñu ko am security sector réforme bi amul institutional réforme si amul corruption si ñaata audit report moo nekk ci national audit office report si yëpp implementing ko kan lañ supposé kii ñu ngi gis job bi jos kanam bi ñu ngi koo gis ñu nekk bi fee ñaata bébis ñoo fi dee kan moo ko jur bi corruption so corruption dafa nekk di highest step mooy di highest disease in this country corruption moo ñu lor corruption moo ñu noot te bi lii la ñu diggoon 2016 this was not their campaign promises to the Gambian réew bi dañ ko jël ci loxo yoo xam ne loxo yu difficult ñu ko teg seen loxo dañ ko teg seen loxo pour gars yi ñu mën govern ñu am good laws reforms amul dara amul so corruption dafa conflit dem bay waaw li ma jàngat bu lay naw ci parce que ñu ci xar kanam ñëpp te ñu ñëpp bokk ñëpp ci am cër réew bi li ñu gën a sonal ñu nekk ci situation bi mooy corruption so ndaw yi bu ñu génnee li ñuy weex bi mbirum dégg la réew bi ëllëg ci loxo ndaw yi la moo nekk waaye li ñoo xeex ñëpp la jëteen corruption ñëpp la jëteen corruption dafa nekk di highest step in this country te ñun dañu gëm ne the 9 point demands yi nga xam ne coalition of progressive Gambians moom lañ doon di jooy mooy corruption ak nepotism police brutality ñu ñëw gis ne injustice dafa am ci diggante bi xam nga injustice dafa am ci diggante bi so moom moo tax ma génn si ma xam ne ñu ñëpp bokk ñëpp a ci am cër te dañ ci war a taxaw bu baax parce que lii di mbirum ndaw lii mbirum réew bi la donte ndaw yi ñoo ko jiite tey waaye loo xeex la boo xam ne ñëpp a ci war a jóg du maire du paa du xale du góor jigéen ñëpp a ci war a génn parce que réew bu amulee loi réew boobu noonu jaama du am parce que dangaa gis ne tey fu mu nekk nii réforme si ñu diggoon 2016 réforme si amul te réew bu amulee good constitution réew boobu du am jaama corruption ku nekk rampant corruption mooy am ci dëkk bi corruption boobu noonu am ci biir réew bi moom la ndaw yi génn te ñun ñëpp dañoo war a génn ñaawlu ko génn soo suñ soldat ci biir dem ñun coalition of progressive Gambians ñu ngi taxaw ci gannaaw ndaw yi te ndaw yi li ñoo xeex ëllëg the future of this country ci loxo ndaw yi la ñu nekk ëllëg
waaye li nga gisee ne nguur gi moom moo dem pour mu li nga xam ne mooy affaire élection ak yeneen te gis nañ ne beneen government bi li ko si bëri génne ni woon ne ñooñu noonu ñoo ko si loolu fan danga
waaw li ko si génn te implementation amul loolu dafa mel ni rek wax la rek parce que nguur gi yàgg nañoo wax te duñ jëf nguur gi yàgg nañoo wax te duñ jëf réforme si lan moo tax pour ko xam ADS ba ñuy jëlee réew ba léegi lan moo tax réforme si ñu ko am security sector réforme bi amul institutional réforme si amul corruption si ñaata audit report moo nekk ci national audit office report si yëpp implementing ko kan lañ ci prosecute ñu ngi gis job bi jos kanam bi ñu ngi koo gis ku nekk ñu fee xew ñaata bébis ñoo fi dee kan moo ko jur du corruption so corruption dafa nekk di highest step mooy di highest disease in this country corruption moo ñu lool corruption moo ñu noot te bi lii la ñu diggoon 2016 this was not their campaign promises to the Gambian réew bi dañ ko jël ci loxo yoo xam ne loxo yu difficult ñu war koo teg ci seen loxo dañ ko teg seen loxo pour gars ñu war ñoo govern ñu am good laws reforms amut dara amut so corruption dafa continue di dem rek
comme ñoo ko xam ne rek xam nga ñun ay Gambian lañ concerne Gambian te gis nañ loo xam ne moo nekk di def suñu dëkk bi fii loo xam ne soo ko bàyyee xel there is lack of transparency, there is lack of accountability, there is too much of rampant corruption in this country where monies are going into individual pockets. So as citizens who are concerned about the future of their country, we mobilize ourselves to call for change, to make an end to corruption, to make an end to lack of transparency and accountability, because government responsibility is to be transparent to its citizens. So that's why we are here.
How long will it take?
Yeah, actually, this is a process. It's not it's a marathon. It's not a marathon. It's not just a one-time issue. So we have started it last time. When we came out, it's only few amount of people. So today, if you look at the population, it's increasing. That means that the vast majority of the Gambian people are understanding what we are fighting for. They know that corruption is killing them and killing the next generation. They are ready to come out and make sure that they safeguard the future of this country. So I'm really sure that people are getting the message and they will continue to get the message.
So we have realized that initially you have been in that permit. So why the change now?
Yeah, maybe the government understands, because for us it's our position that requesting for a permit is just to notify the government. It's not where the Inspector General of Police will determine whether to give you permit or not. So for us, we know that whether they give us permit or not, so they know what was the outcome when they deny us permit. So that's why maybe they will advise themselves and they do the needful.
But if your others aren't met on time, so what's going to be your next step?
Absolutely, that's why I said it's a process and it's a marathon. We will continue to do so as it requires. Like this is just a starting point. We are writing a petition, but moving from there, if we give them time frame and they didn't act on our demands, we'll make sure that we organize another protest that will be a nationwide protest to make sure that our demands are met.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
For advocating environmental protection.
Right.
Yeah, environmental protection. So, what does this protest have to lie with demands you have in mind?
You know, the Gambia is a signatory to many international conventions, and some time back the Gambia has been hailed as a climate leader. So, you know, around the world, people believe in the vision that we are selling, let's say, we want to keep warming below 1.5 to 2 degrees centigrade. This is the Paris Accord. Now, when we come here, the government focuses on destroying those protected lands, and it's coming from the people who swore to protect it. So that in itself is ingenuity in corruption. So for me, that's supposed not to happen. We should not be endangering our already protected wildlife reserves, you know. Last time we've just seen an incident here with Tanjay Bird Reserve, Nyanabere Forest Park, Bijuno Ecotourism Park, Furia, Salaji. You've had all of these things. Not only that, added to that, we have mining activities along our coastline. The whole coastline is growing. When will we stop? When we finish mining the last sand dune, we have seen how infiltration of salt is taking over. We are faced with real threats, real disasters. But it seems like in the name of development, those things continue to be overlooked. It's not a matter of time. It's just a matter of time before we start facing them. We remember just in the year 2002, National Assembly approved $200 million to replenish the beach in Banjul. Today we are collecting sand from the beach in Banjul, dredging the bottom of the ocean. I'm not saying dredging is not good for the shipping and all whatnot, but the sand should be left on the shores. We already see how degraded our coastline is. So when are we going to learn to protect those things of the future? So that in itself is not just corruption to now, it's corruption to our progeny as well. Because we are stealing from them. We are not delivering the art like we met it to them. So that's why I am here today. This stance is not just about the Gambia concern. It's the entire humanity at large. We must stand together to ensure that all people at all places have access to equal rights and justice. So this is something that is very important. And this is why for me this march is symbolic for us to actually be here and ensure that we voice out some of these many dissatisfactions that are happening in our country.
Thank you so much.
This my rifle, this my gun. This for
am nañu waxatu ak Sasana maa ngi tudd Abdoulaye Sougou Sala Sougou Sala so yow tey ji lan moo war a yow nga joxe dox ñaata bi because bu ma déggee affaire yi ñu ko seen si suma yaakaar bi si leen bëggee then you say, full head lies with every month is 2,000. That's when you're gonna have, you don't retire, you're not gonna get to more days. You're not gonna get the usual highest minimum, 150 for water, you can retirement. You are gonna die for almost 9 months. Kegi that you know what it is. So foreign corruption. I thought corruption is about that. See how you don't person. That means a cover. So then they are going to have Thank you very much, my brother. Tey moom wax dëgg ne yàlla am naa mbégte bu mag parce que tey su fekkee ne Gambians yi especially the young people that constitute the majority of the Gambian population dem nañ ba gis ne there is a lot of corruption going on as far as accountability and transparency is concerned in this country. Ñu jóg ñu ne dañoo ñaxtu. I think it is something that is welcoming. Man nag as a lawmaker and as an authority and being part of the authority in this country, I believe that, and also as a young person, I believe that it is very important to come and be part of it. Not be part of it in protest, but to be part of it, to be in solidarity with the young people, and also to say no to corruption in this country. Because this is when I started in Parliament. I am someone who I'm a man. In Parliament is the issue surrounding corruption. I will continue making sure that I do a lot of advocacy, and I will also make sure that whatever strategy I can put in place, also collaborating with my fellow members to see to it that we eradicate corruption in this country, because it is a need.
Yeah, so how is the corruption giving rise to mental health in the Gambia?
Not to be honest, we have seen that there is zero concentration when it comes to issues surrounding mental health in this country. That is already corruption, to tell you the truth.
All right.
How many people that are mentally disabled are on the streets, especially Greater Banjul area? What is government doing in addressing those things? They just validated a mental health policy that will address those issues. But what have they done? What have they done to sort out those issues? So it's very important, and I think corruption is something that we will never entertain as people that are concerned, as patriotic, as people that really love our country, and as people that also know that we have future as far as this country is concerned.
So what's going to be your ground?
I will try by all means to make sure that whatever supposed to be given to them, I will fight for it. I will advocate for it in Parliament. I will talk about it. I will create awareness within Parliament so that they will know the importance of addressing issues surrounding mental health. It's very important. But for me today, I am here more than mental health. We have seen our environment, the butchering of the Tandu wetland. You understand? The butchering of the Tandu wetland in Banjul, and not only in Banjul, but other parts of the Gambia. So all these things are things that we really want to see a stop to it. We don't want to see a bad feeling exercise on our country wetlands, because we believe we are here to protect our environment, and we have to be part of the solution and not the destruction. All these things are issues that we need to talk about. Today, for example, let's talk about our finances. Let's talk about our currency, the Gambian policy. The Gambian policy today, just compare it with our neighbors, Senegal, with the CFA. Can you imagine if I need CFA, I just have to be in my bedroom and I will ask for any person to come and exchange my policy to CFA. And look at what I am doing. If I want to go to Senegal, I cannot even use the policy beyond the border. And Gambia is not producing anything as we are talking. There is no production that is going on right now. So, what are we doing to address those issues? So, I think these are things that are very important. And the rest assured, we are together in this. And I believe this is the way forward. And Gambians are showing the Gambian government that we are ready and we are not going to tolerate corruption anymore in this country.
If it's going to be an easy ride,
I know it's not going to be an easy ride, but we will make sure we do the needful to make sure that corruption is eradicated in this country. Together we can.
Thank you so much.
It's not one man's show, it's everybody's show. So together we can.
Yeah, Andy, namanya wasa turasa sana.
Mtoni Salingati and Salicha.
Nani yenyu bana demolition of houses and properties. Nothing yenyu.
Yaron tole ko dale soto salaji. So na ko mole ko government property lo. E mole start ka building ke yenata ya ko government research. So do nga jara ko semmo gaay. Den tonu mo jama bi je musindu mo dase. Ngol le kata mo la ngola ngana ko dalsa. Ate 2 years ago. So ni government na ta ope ay program mo din tel mo hanin ka ni mon tempo ba dere ni ko mo dam government resaful ifo ngol ka na talan mo te mo tol ko tribunal ko le ke lo so ngaji le several times o ke salaji so ni no ko le la ko le ke la so tol man ko no baga hotel se ni wala nan pidita and secondly ni mo problem it man sakunda mini ba ko le je iba molle la bagay Gambia doya patal pour kaji balo ni sindi de bana Gambia jam o corona tay o kodo min tinga jasa Gambia do kuno anyhow and secondly mo problem oti ni ba do ko je ke ni mo ta bani sa news e ka mo nyaadi le e sa conference min tambi da jam why ko do o to ba e won sa mo ba so makanda and ni ba do ko je ke ni video ke ni story video ni ko do ba ko ni la iko ko do ba mi o kasi na salary mo odira o pare ni mo simanta ni ko do man ati basa mo sa ko because ka ni ni to so when you are in another country and you are going to pass on me yeta kitu tena no kuya akomola kutanda ni kana ba slow de kali lafta alon na last one in all ada mo baro ndegi wele tap sa kaya wala kitu wote na ran kan kun kaya any mo Gambia ni ala ni kila sonta na lo the next time ba votal na bondi janyo anything ba ko o ta ko ya go kate on to ni o kate suna te kala jande na ka ma no na le mo ma akalio la lo ba ba tika ba na lota ba bondi la jande so wota sila Gambia no on to jang 20 something years ibe la baga solu tare be faila ibe ya to so na o
for Francis Martin for rights and justice. Of course, I'm a leader and also an activist. My reason for joining this protest, of course, is based on a noble cause. We understand that the system in Zambia are taking a slide that none of course, we want to see. We want a generation where the young people of this country enjoy the benefit of what they reap the benefit of the system that is in place. We understand that we have people in power and then they have major responsibility to ensure that the needs and aspirations of people are met. And then we understand that in this country corruption is too high, the public institutions are weak, and the services that we expect to see are outrageous. And then this is why I feel this is a work cause for each and every one of us to come out as a young Gambian, as a youth, to partake into this, because this is not about me or you or any other political party. This is about the future of this country, and I believe that is the reason why I believe it's a worthy cause for everyone to come out and join in.
So you will be advocating for justice and what do you feel?
Yes, I feel that this, like I mentioned, like it's a worthy cause, because I feel that if you are calling for something out there, at the end of the day, what matters is you join this part of the fall, for example, be part of the same people who are really claiming that they need cause. For example, we at our end, we write a lot about injustices or abuses in this country. So when there is a call for us to come and then stand to show our anger or frustration about that, me joining that, really, I feel that I'm really fulfilling. I really feel that I'm doing what is expected of me.
You will have enough people, so what do you have to say about that?
Yes, well, you understand that we have laws in this country, but actions that are brought and they are not done systematically, or they are done in a way that they are abusing people's rights. In that way, I think that it's completely bad. They shouldn't influence on our lands or on our policies or anything that we have. These are our ecosystems, and then we understand that this is for the generation yet unborn, and then they should not influence on that for their own personal and then selfish interests. And this is why I feel that this is a cause again, and then we should all join to show our frustration.
So what's going to be
Of course, it's important for us to mention this. Protests, yes, it's important for us to mention this. Protest is very important because you understand that in democracy we have, of course, organs and then different organs within every sector. So for you to be able to realize and also achieve your goal, you should take part, and this is a way of having an effective democratic system, because people come out and then show their anger and frustration, and then we talk to authorities, and then it means that people are law-abiding citizens. We understand that they are laws, and those laws want us to come and do this, and that's exactly what we are doing. And this is part of the things that consolidate against a democracy, and this is why I feel that this is something great to be part of it. Yes, sir. I didn't get that. You said? Yes, of course, we already have laws in place, and then in no way are we going to advocate for people to be civil disobedience. We are not advocating for that. We understand that very well. But there are laws. If we use this and it didn't go through, we have the legal that we can use. Of course, as I said, we are not going to promote anything that is against the law. We are not as citizens, and then as far as we do this, and then what we expect to see and get figured out that eventually we will use the legal system. And in that case, again, of course, we have mechanisms, we have structures in place that we can follow. At the end of the day, I believe that we will be able to achieve our goals. In this way, we are very misunderstood to the government. Yes, the message I have to the government is that youth are no more sleeping, and we are aware of things that are happening in this country. They should not take us for granted. They should understand that we are the future and they must listen to us. And the time is now. That is what I have. Every youth out there will stand and so that this country be safe this way. Our role and responsibility. If the government fails, we need to put them how we get to adapt. This is one way of doing that. So that's what I have to say. And tell that youth are really aware that the government fails. We are going to take them out. And then how we going to do that? This is the way to show that system. So if they are no more and then they want to know what the government is doing, we are going to simply do it through legal and democratic way. Kick them out. So go to the one who will listen to them. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. This is a constitutional right.
use of weapons under Section 25 this is the right and I think that's exactly what we're doing. So as we showcase the notorious actual everybody government. So we're here to make sure that those notorious actions, those notorious measures, those corruption that have been spearheaded out of the country, we must be very focused on making sure that all of these have been suppressed and oppressed. So this is what I spearhead that have been designed and created our boss and what and our philosophies. Exactly what we're doing. I think one of the most important aspects here is conscience. And of course, the government should infiltrate all their principles, all their steps, all their legalities, all their actions, all of this should come to the mindset of the people. But when the government is going to take the money around, then obviously they are dancing to the tunes of the rules of what the fell out the table. What is signal? Well, as we know, this is a government that are dancing to certain tunes that are not expected. I think these are measures that are taken, of course, having a clash of the previous regime. I think it's the same cycle. It is the same scenes that are, going on and on and on and on. Obviously, what the signal is pure dictatorship, unless the consent of the people are being reiterated, unless oppression and suppression of the rights of the people are put into stuff, except the consent is clear, except tolerance is put into consideration. Because they say a government that presents itself by increasing itself in a state of uncertainty. There's a government that doesn't allow criticism and in a place of loss and happiness. Except the government allow what we call as tolerance, and except it allows what we call as consent, except it gives us what we call as consent. Only then we will know that we live in a democracy. That's a separate thing. So, in that sense, I think what the government has to do is obviously, comply with the wish of the people. When they comply with the wish of the people, we are not enemies. Unless they comply with the wish of the people, that's the only time we will do this. But other than that, this way we will do it. And one man asks what between we and you. It will be the war between the social and the right way. Thank you so much. Thank you. The president will do their hand. Every day we will have because it's like they are ignoring what people are crying for. Because Adam Barros already example, like already, Africa will only that there is two Gambia. Because we didn't see these things, so there's no reality that is said. Yeah. What about Mbokotakinda? I don't know still the after we have put up in the town that the door in the ground. But I'm going to suppose an area and I want to make a camp in the ruler. So it's better to get to him so that we can improve the situation. Since Svenyon are in the open white in the Svenyon are intentional because they are rice. Because when you go problem, I saw it on the what you tell me it's because you are better than the time. So if they don't stop it, in this area correct. Maybe next quarters we have a larger number. The next one maybe they have even a much larger number. So it will just improve. Yeah, they have to feel the feel. And if they are on AC in the people are coming and telling you stories. You have to feel what is on the ground. Now you put the number of that's the only way that they can develop and really take a step forward. Because people are satisfied and majority the power of the votes. So if all these people are coming out, it means they are not satisfied. So they know that if there's a tension, maybe it's election and they will lose because people are not happy. So they have to step up. You understand? You don't just sit in your office comfortably, you assume that everything's okay. You have to look at what ordinary Gambians are going to do. Feel it and maybe work on improving it. That's all. Thank you so much. Because then this no ñaa ngi dina léegi pour gis ne dinañ def lu ñu mën a def pour gis ne seen cadre nguur gi déglu na ko
te nekkul ne déglu kese dañ bëgg nguur bi tamit comme mu def suñu dimanche yi nga xam ne ndaw ñi loolu lañ soxla tey loolu moo waral tey ma nekk fi tey dama kontaan bu baax a baax tey.
Yeah, we need to know this. I'm not worried about you and this. So you irregular migration, abuse, employment. Tell me, align the thing I'm doing in the
Yes, exactly. Because there's all this corruption tey. Because so hard the main purpose of Gala is to fight anti-corruption. There's so hard corruption today. More irregular migration today. Corruption. More ndaw yaa ngi dee si géej gi. Corruption more ndaw yaa ngi risque seen life because tey so hard government institution bi su nekkee xaalis boo xam ne gars yi ñu ko indi si réew bi pour doomu réew mi su nekkee ñu ko use anam bu ñu ko war a use te ndaw ñi te duñ dem baax ni because gars ñu ko jël ñu ko def seen poos yi ñu si dina seen bopp ak seen jaboot yi ba ndaw ñi amuñ fuñ téye loolu moo waral ndaw ñaa ngi dem si baax yi waaye da ngay gis ne tey suñ faytee corruption bi da nga xam ne léegi am na luñ bugg a tey ndaw ñi ñëpp dinañ toog fi parce que ku nekk dafa am fu moo téye man message bi ma am di wax ndaw yi rek te li dafa nekk loo xam ne fu ma dama ko doon wax ni ñun ndaw ñi tey ku ñu neex moo fiy toog ñun ndaw ñi tey suñ paree tey ñu ne kii leen bëgg mu toog fii kooku moo fiy toog because tey soo xoolee de si sànni carte bi tey ñun ñoo fi ëpp ñun ak jigéen ñi ñoo ëpp si Gambia te tey bu toog ñun ñoo la toog lool soo suma message bi ma am pour ndaw yi moo nekk ne su ñoo sànni carte nañ sànni carte koo xam ni oo na ñu ne dinañu fa nekkal nekk koo xam ne sànni carte boppam te soo tànnal njiit da ngaa xool lan la defoon balaa moo ñëw taxaw di nekk place waaye tey soo tànnal njiit boo xam ne defutoon dara te bi tey boo xam ne amutoon place bi sax nekkutoon di def benn move nekkutoon di jël yenn matuwaay pour gis ne réew bi tey doon na si kanam soo ko delee ko obviously tey li ñoo jooy la ñoo nekk di jooy every day wala tey ñu votal njiit yoo xam ne tey votal ñu fi woon si ay jamono te gis nañu defuñ fi dara ñu ñëw ñu falaat gaay loolu la min dafa min ne ñun corruption bu nekk di am si Gambie dafa ñu ne soo tey kaddu bi suñ kaddu la ñun ndaw ñi suñ kaddu bi nag benn bés rek lañ ko am mooy during élection te suñ kaddu boobu noonu ba moo ñëw demal si ba 5 years moo ne suñu vote nañ vote wise ñu votal ñoo xam ne tey su leen votalee dinañu mën a nekkal foofu noonu ba pare ndaw ñi tamit dañ war a génne ñu jël ay place because tey soo ñëwee tey nga ne yaa ngi xeex boo xam ne si wàllum ndaw ñi la te yow nekkuloon yow naka ngay xam ne problème yi ndaw te Englishman daa yoo ne he who feels it knows it te ndaw bi rek moo la mën a wax ne lii mooy suma problème parce que moom moo nekk di dund problème boobu noonu tey soo jëlee koo xam ne tey mu ngi 70 years plus obligé ko mun a xam problème yi ndaw soo kooku boppam la faa nekk soo ñun ndaw ñi nañ góorgóorlu ñu make sure ne élection su jotee ñu vote wisely da moo nekk suma message pour ñu in terms of election. Of course, I feel betrayed because this was not the Gambia that we wanted. This was not the Gambia that we were looking for. We wanted a Gambia where everyone will see him or herself there. But instead, I personally regretted why I voted for the coalition because this was not what I was expected. Where young people are not respected, where women are not respected, where leaders are very selfish. This was not what I expected. When I voted for change, I meant to see the change. Yeah. So definitely, to me, compared to this regime and the former regime, it doesn't make any difference. In fact, this regime is worse. It's the most, like I can say, ever. Yeah, because this regime, there are young people who will even be arrested for demanding for accountability and transparency. There are young people who will be arrested for demonstrating their constitutional right. There are young people who will be denied permit for going out to demand their voices, to demand for accountability and transparency. Of course, it is more of a dictatorship because today, like when you look at the 97 Constitution, gives no power to the president to appoint and dismiss whoever he feels like. Today, if the president is appointing the IGP, obviously the IGP is going to be in favor of the president. So these are some of the things that the National Assembly of the Gambia should work on to make sure that the president don't appoint and dismiss anytime. It has to be in consultation with the National Assembly. Because today, if you are appointed by the president to serve as a minister, example, you must work on his favor. And if otherwise happens, then it is going to start and talking about it. So as far as the president is there to appoint and dismiss, then these things will still remain the same.
You know that have been dismissed by the National Assembly. So how is it going to go against the
Like to me, I was very much disappointed because looking at the 2020 draft constitution, it was the voice of the people. It was very consultative. Young people were consulted, the people, elderly people, women, persons with disability, and everyone was included and consulted. So why should the National Assembly of the Gambia reject that constitution when it was the same of the people? Just because of one person's interest, you want to make the entire country suffer? And of course, I I am not in support of the 2024 draft constitution because it was not in consultation with the people and it was not what we wanted. Our voice was the 2020 draft constitution and now the 2024 has been rejected. We are appealing. We are not in fact appealing because we are calling on the National Assembly of the Gambia, the Ministry of Justice, to bring back the 2020 draft.
I cannot vote, but I am here to support the youth because 65% of the youth is under the age of 35. So between 18 years old and 35 years old, you have 65% of that voice. I don't think Gambians are talking enough about voting. And I don't think you understand the power that you have. If you are truly unhappy with the way things are, you should be creating voting drives. You should be registering people to vote now so you can have change later. You cannot be upset about things that are happening now without registering people to vote. Everyone here should be a registered voter. If you want to make change, change has to start with you voting. And I don't hear people talking about that. I don't hear you implementing that. I don't hear you guys talking about how important it is to have the right to vote.
Why do you think someone voters?
I'm sorry? Because voting starts with change. If you want change, you have to vote. And the only way you do that is to register to vote. Is to educate people. You should create drives so people can register, make it easier for them to vote. You can protest all you want, but if you don't vote, it's not going to matter. And that's the message I think you should be sending. You have the power to change things, but unless you register to vote and vote, it's pointless.
So how do you feel?
How do I feel? As an outsider looking in, I feel like Gambia is a dead end for 90% of the youth. I don't see an out. The only way you're going to make change, register to vote. You have the power to change. It's within the numbers. 65% of you are under 35. That's what you guys should be talking about. That's what you should be creating. You're not going to change what's happening now unless you vote.
Five authorities represented are supposed to be here. We are saying one person is missing. We sit on the streets until they come to pick the position. If they cannot listen to us, they cannot lead us. If they cannot come and answer us, they are not worth leading us. Therefore, they must come out, they must listen to us, and we must tell them the truth and what we want. Accountability, transparency, and the rule of law are the bedrock for any progressive government. Position number one. Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of the Gambia. Petition to the office of the President, petition to the President of the Republic of the Gambia demanding actions on the Joint Committee report on the petroleum sector fraud and systematic failure. To give context, few weeks ago, the National Assembly concluded a resolution and an investigation into the Russian story angle. You will be surprised. $30 million have been invested in this country. People have been paid $600,000 per month. $600,000 per month. Here is the petition for the President to take urgent actions. If there is corruption, there must be accountability. Hence, no small. The President cannot continue to take excuses for corruption. Petition 1, to the Office of the President. Petition 2, to the Clerk of the National Assembly. And here the petition reads. Petition to the National Assembly Clerk to demand a special investigation to all illegal land allocations and corruption in this country. Fellow Gambians, the Land Act said a common Gambian that cannot afford land have the right to acquire a land through the Ministry of Lands. But in this country, you know who are giving lands? People that have paid 200,000, people that have bought Prados, people that go to status every day. Every time in this country, a minister have a land. But our parents are still renting, young people are still renting, we don't even afford
allotted lands. Therefore, this goes to the office of the clerk to say that the National Assembly must investigate only all land allocation. The person of the young people to National Assembly. In every governance system, there is a central government, but the local government belongs to the people, and therefore we don't respect the local government. And this petition is addressed to this. I think I'm losing my voice. No, my voice. This one is addressed to the president of the Gambian Association of Local Government Authorities. The petition reads, petition to the president of the Gambian Association of Local Government Authorities demanding investigations and corruptions and recovery of all corruption scandals in local government councils. If we talk about the central government, we talk about the local government. We need to break that gap that the central government and the local government have. They must work collectively to deliver services to us. We don't want politics, we want service delivery. Thank you very much. For economic progress, we have a stadium, but we don't use it. We have fish and they are underdeveloped. So we have driving multi-million cars. This petition is addressed to the National Sports Council and the Gambian Football Federation. And it takes petition to the Gambian Football Federation to investigate all corruption scandals in our football sector. Football must be inclusive and football must play our young people. Petition to the Gambia Football Federation. Thank you, Gambia. And finally, Gambian people, power to the people, power to the people. To conclude, 3 years ago, I heard a mic and chant in this stadium here, and life continues to flow. No child deserves to pass. Every child needs to play in a dignified and a more protective life. 66 children die not because their mothers could not only afford healthcare system, not because they are poor, but simply because a ministry sit down negligently ship medications into this country and kill our children. 3 years down the line, the parents continue to cry, the relatives continue to cry. No justice for children that will have been ministers tomorrow, for children that will have been presidents tomorrow, and hopefully they are going to be better than the presidents we have now. And this petition is addressed to the President of the Republic of the Gambia, and it reads, petition to His Excellency President Adam Barrow of the Republic of the Gambia. We are demanding executive actions into the findings and the recommendations of the National Assembly Select Committee on the acute kidney injury KAI incident in the Gambia. We cannot recover lives, and we can serve justice. Justice must be served. If there is anything to do, justice must be served. Gambian people, thank you. Thank you for listening to us. Thank you for answering our call, and collectively we save this country. We have put a timeline for each of the provisions. But look, even if it's every day, protest is going to be our judge until we change this country. We take the states. Even if every day we are going to be on the show the whole day until we get what we want, we continue to protest. Because at the end of the day, we cannot die out of nothing, we cannot go hungry out of nothing, we cannot be uneducated out of nothing, and we cannot be cured out of nothing. Build hospitals, they kill us. They build schools, they cannot educate us. They build law, and they kill us. It is the way they can do it again because they pay to them. It will claim this development. Raise your voices. I'm going to hand over to my colleagues. Okay, no problem. Mari Manuko, because the Mari all of them is not of most. Mari Manuko. No one can to our call. Minkel. But if it's Minkel, I'm going to say, don't be a single. Masunto Bunda Momontoing, Tajako, Tajirin Kenya, Sunyaro, and many people have been in Bangor. But I think I must take a Taman Telkaula, and I mean Masaman Taman Telkaula, function really now for your Taman in Kaula. Mulia Domas Soya, Mulia Domas Soya, maybe what you could. If I am good in Borasa. I choose a mina rafla ko mo fo ngani fo man sakunda do nyal ni ko de la fa sila ni wa sila kendo de la ngana ko ni man bu ya ko to ni de na mo je na mo tan na ba ida ko do ko to ya na bu ko do ni do ni fa kini tan ni lo taw sila mo to ko ni bu do ba bi ni de sa ngam de sila ne so wa de ni ko do so ko fa sila president ko do ni de state house Beleka Diara, Beleka Jo, bari abukan na pa. Nin ko ko ya. Bari ba ko doon. Alaka wala may rasamod. Anan anytime yeka niamo. Ikam man sa kunala ng Venezuela, ikam kunala sa Italy. Ikam na ta sa Italy. Amen. Ikam niya ko, tuwagan niya ko accountability, transparency, and the rule of law. Accountability volunteer ka kisi loke transparent volunteer say aluminium level ka luwa bunya min man sa kunda may luwa bunya bunya pa luwa ma fa luwa bunya inga da ka talo mole inga da ka krambo alo mba sa ko ala barka babu ma mun ma ba ba ya a wani suwa thank you kambo
Omar mi nga xam ne moom moo nekk si school si machine bi wax na ko si làkki angale ba pare tamit wax ko si làkki soose waaye fa ni bénéfice ak ñi nga xam ne ñoom ñoo fi nekk moom moo nekk ne wax nañu lan moo ñu fi indi tey message bi dégg ngeen ko pétition bi li si jiitu moom moo nekk ni pétition boo xam ne ni bind nañ ko ci President's office pour ñu wax si nga xam ne moom moo nekk essence boo xam ne dafa dugg biir Gambie ñu yubal ko nga xam ne at the end of the day xaalis boobu noonu yëpp it was over 30 million US dollars nga xam ne am na ñoo xam ne dañ daan kuutal si yoon di leen jox $600,000 every month pour mu noppi pour di bàyyi affaire yi romba soo léegi affaire yi yëpp dem na ñëw na moom moo nekk ne affaire yi ñuubal bi dem na ba nga xam ne $9 million pour essence boobu waroon nañ koo fay tax sax waaye dañ ko jaarale soo tim si dem na ñëw na moom moo nekk ne bu nañ leen pétition boo xam ne ni ñoom dañ ko war a ñëw jël si ñun leen fa wax ñoom dégg nañ ko ba président bi gars dañ war a ñëw at ba pare ñu ngi leen a xaar pour gars ñëw jël si pétition bi beneen pétition bi ñu ngi ko binda beneen pétition bi dañ ko bind pour mu demaat the president's office ak the ministry of health moom moo xam ne moom moo nekk 66 bénéfice yi nga xam ne ñoom ñoo dee fii nga xam ne ak yi ni moom moo nekk ne kii problème la ngay am buute ni garab boo xam ne garab bu bon la garab yi indi yéen yoo xam ne dañ ko fa indi si biir dëkk bi nga xam ne dëkk bi ñoom ñoo ko waroon a saytu balaa garab bi di dugg fi waaye ñu ñëw sagan ba xale yi dee te bu xale yi dee lu si gënoon a ñaaw moo nekk ne dañ dem sa beneen bu nekk pour pare la $414 million is like PNL for 4 years. Kapag kaya mo sa pag-ilan ng correction. Ang marmore, hindi ka ang nahihaliribahan ko sa Gambia ang nahihaliribahan niya sa play. No, at the end of the day, hindi ito magsukod ay hindi kayo ngayon. Kaya hindi kayo dito sa football, mamuha ka. Feel good one. From Biden to kayo na amok pera feel good handling standard pick na hindi na play. So fekkee ne loolu amul GFF tamit ñu ngeen koy xaar pour gars ñoo ko ci seen projet pour gars ñoo ñu at te Ministry of Lands tamit wax nañ because tamit land holding bu nekk sa biir bi tamit land holding bi dafa bëri nit ñi ngay jël sa ko tey kaas ñu ba sona land boo xam ne dañ ko dindi ñu ñu war a def so léegi ñu ngi jël lan bi yëpp tamit di ko mining tamit sand mining bi soo demee ba Dakar di dem ba biir Sadio yëpp moo ko def so léegi lii laa war a wax comme moo nekk répétition bi ñu ngi baax pour gars yi ba dem bay ñëw so jërëjëf
We joined the protest because there are a lot of things that are happening in the country which is not right. You know, from the insecurity, corruption, a lot of things. And this is why last year we came a team for Gara to protest without a permit. And most of us were arrested. We were taken, for detention for 3 days, for like 2 to 3 days. And we are happy that this time the permit is given to us, and then the Gambian people came in their large number to answer to us. So, and as you can see, we have a lot of messages here. Some people are here for different reasons. But in short, what we are trying to fight here for is the corruption.
So it's a self-console scanner. This is
Come again?
as a self-console scanner. How is it affecting the business?
The what? Sorry?
Corruption you are talking about. How is it affecting business?
Yeah, because Ghana is a country. I think from 2017 to now, every week in the every day you hear different kind of scandals, different kind of corruption. So if all these things are happening in a small country, less than 3 million people, how do you expect us to grow? So this is why we want this section the president to come in to address this situation right now. Because it is now getting out of hand. We cannot just have a few individuals, having the whole country at ransom. So this is why the young people of this country, we came out here to come and protest against the corrupt practices that is happening in our country. We expect them to listen to our petition and then also to answer for us. Because if you look at the Gambia today, 65% of the population are all young people below 35 years. So it will be a very youthful population. So if all the young people can leave their school, they can leave their work and then come here under the sun for more than 3-4 hours, I believe the president and the government should also listen to us and then also answer to our calls. Well, we have a team. So what we'll do, we'll go back to the drawing board, and also, if possible, we are going to stage another protest. So if they don't want to answer for us, we'll just keep protesting before the next election. So it's going to be protest, open protest until they listen to us. Yeah. Yes. Yes, it's unobtained. You know, before when we started some protests, we just had few people around. But today we have seen it. We have thousands of people. People came out, you know, without giving them transport, without giving them people. They came mobilely. And that will make me happy. 90% of the protesters here are young people. So it shows that now they are listening to us and they want to come, you know, to make the change that we want. Yeah. My final message is we want to thank the Gambia Police Force. As you can see today, for the first time, there's a youth crowd without a PRO officer here. It's only the plain person. We want to thank the IG, you know, for giving us good security and also the protesters also. But most importantly to you guys, the journalists, because without you being here, other people will know what we are saying. So we want to thank you so much. May Allah continue to bless you and bless the Gambia, inshallah. Business individual. Yeah, we are some people say, well, after this weekend, after the benefit. So how is your approach the big Well, there's Gambia before business. So if we're all going to sit in our offices and we're going to talk about our business and forget about Gambia, then our country is going to sink. So there are some people that have to take the sacrifice, and I'm part of those people that are going to be the voice of the voiceless. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Very good. Knowledge because we want accountability. Gambians want transparency. We want a Gambia whereby our kids, when they grow up, they have a better Gambia that they can use, a Gambia that they can voice out their problems, voice out their concern, and the government will abide by it. That's the Gambia that we have, and that's why we came. And secondly, it's more about the people of this are so much concerned about the things happening in our country. When our lands are all being distributed, our own land that we want to use as forests, they have been using, they've been taking it, dividing among themselves. And also our corruption is still increasing for how many years? We want to know who killed the cops. We want to know who killed the cops so our boy can go with his family. His family who's been in prison with his sister. So we want justice on those actions, and we want them to understand that asking for accountability is a duty. It is not a threat. So we are here to ask for accountability, transparency, and a country that is apart by rules and regulation. That's why we are here. Thank you so much. We are not doing 2 or 3 issues.
I knew to just the solicitor of emoji.
It's good. It's good for him. Good for him. So we need the rest of them. We don't get go. They are supposed to be 5. Until it's confirmed that they are 5, we are not coming here. We are not doing anything, and we are going back to the streets again, like I said. That's it. That's not to be clear. This was communicated. It's not like the communication is prompt. This was communicated to the police. They were the one that immediately everything. It was communicated to them.
Wait for those orders. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Exactly. So right now we have the AG and the National Assembly.
National Assembly and that of God.
That's all.
So here's the 2 petitions and 1 person. Is it from the same office?
Then who? Okay. So we have 3 representatives. So we can deliver those one and then we decide on the other one.
Yes, please.
No, that can be decided. Because if you let's respect them, you don't know them. And then, oh, young men, then deal on you. Your money, you have in it. Understand it? Right? Okay. So, Anna Omar.
I'll get it.
From Siva, see. Right. We need.
Yes, thank you.
From CC, how is it?
We expect that public officials listen to us and our flight comes.
Power to the people! Power to the Power to the people!
Thank you. Yeah, the other one is.
Camera face.
tell the people, huh?
We are saying our land has been stolen. Our land has been illegally allocated to state officials only. And poor people continue to rent the area. Investigate and influence that every land allocated to the local government land. Otherwise,
Power to the people.
Power to the people.
Management is governance is from central government and local government. And the local government and they kill directly. They have and allegation of the local
What do we have next? Living a video.
Killing our youth through the back way, killing our kids at the hospital, killing our mothers, killing everybody. The only reason why our country is not moving forward is because we have to acknowledge and admit that this country is corrupt, very corrupt. We really need on a daily basis on the media, but we've not been able to do anything about it. So this is the first time people have come out in their livelihood to show to anybody who is pilfering our funds that those funds belong to us, and we haven't given it to anybody for them to do as they please. Unacceptable. We're not accepting it. And I think they have to understand that. If everybody is satisfied with what they are getting, this country will move a long way from where we are today. We are way behind where we are supposed to be. You only have to cross the border to realize how far behind we are. Every other country that is neighboring us. We can progress, but it can only happen if people stop pilfering, taking funds that do not belong to them, but that will belong to the greater number here. The numbers here are telling them one thing. This money, we haven't given our blessing for you to pilfer it. So stop pilfering our funds. I think the President Adama Barrow has missed a big opportunity today. He should have been here to champion this cause. Then everybody else that is working within the government, the civil servants, anyone that is stealing would have known that not only is the President against it, the whole nation is against it. Their own children are their homes, the peers of their children, their wives, their brothers and sisters, the peers to them are the ones that are out here bracing this hot sun to tell them to stop pilfering their money. If everybody stops stealing, if nobody steals and nobody lies in this country, we'll be the richest country in this country. Don't steal! Don't steal, don't lie.
A dignified governance system.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for having you. It's a pleasure, right? This is VOD Media. Good afternoon from Voice Out Digital Media. Today we are here witnessing the gala protest organized by very passionate Gambians who are willing to fight for justice for the case of the Gambian people. And here with me today is a prominent, freedom fighter and also a human rights defender in the name of Madi Jobate. I call him my uncle, and for some reason, it's a pleasure having you today. So I want you to kindly
highlight the essence of this important protest?
Yeah, this protest is very important because the country is at a situation where it has to stop and reverse, because the trajectory of the country is such that it is taking the country towards a situation that can only generate conflict, because poverty is increasing, unemployment is increasing, high cost of living, as high cost of living, as high rate of deprivation, and the levels of frustration in the country as a result of this is so high that it is also manifested in other forms, such as crime, such as drugs abuse, such as irregular migration. And these conditions, these situations, as they continue, they therefore undermine the peace and stability of the country. And all of these are happening simply because the government is refusing public officials at the level of the president, the cabinet, the parliament, and other agencies, departments of the country, are not performing their functions according to the law. That is to manage the public affairs, public resources of this country in a manner that will serve the best interests of Gambian citizens. Rather, what we see is how the culture of corruption and impunity has become widespread, encouraged and rewarded. All right. So when you consider all of these, you realize that there is a need for citizens, to get up, to stand up, to speak out, to let the leaders, the managers of the resources of this country, to realize that they are not serving the people. And so I hope the officials receive this from that perspective and not to look at this as usually they do, to brush it aside or to consider it as probably a bunch of troublemakers, or even there are agents behind, some people behind these people. But I think government needs to be honest, to be realistic, to realize that, and one need not tell them that for them to know that, because government itself has carried out a lot of investigations, and produced reports that indicate this culture of corruption. The National Assembly has produced a lot of reports of that. The National Audit Office, the Office of the President itself. All right. So all of these are issues that the government is very much aware of. Now the issue is, do they have the will, to stop what is happening and bring themselves back to the path of legality, to the path of constitutionality, to uphold the principles of democracy, of good governance. Otherwise, I don't think it is going to augur well for the Gambia, now or later. This is why this protest is very important.
Thank you very much, Uncle Madi, for that brilliant insight. That's definitely the very important reason behind the protest. So what message do you have for the youth that came out today in support of this protest?
Well, for the youth to realize one protest is not enough. Yeah, one protest is not going to solve all the problems at once. But it is significant that the youth have come out and have seen a certain level of determination, of clarity and focus. But this needs to be sustained, because ultimately the youth are victims of this situation of bad governance in this culture of corruption. Because what it does is, what corruption does, it denies opportunities. And first and foremost, youth will be denied opportunities. And we see that how young people are being forced into what they call the back way, drugs, crime, and so on. So youth are direct victims primary victims of corruption. So my message to young people to realize one protest, yes, will not solve this, and it's great a lot of youth came out, but to say that they have to sustain this. Yes, they have to sustain this engagement. They have to protest. Not all protests have to be on the street. They have to speak out. They should consider going to court. All right, and those kinds of things. You know, they should petition. Yes, those have to continue every day. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having you here. It was a pleasure having an interview with you. God bless you. Thank you so much. In the name of Mohamed Lamin Sisi. Thank you.